Colossians chapter 1 verse 13, back to the kingdom system. As one of the things a believer must understand. Colossians chapter 1 verse number 13. Who hath delivered us from the power of darkness and hath translated us into the kingdom of his dear son. Not will, had, is done. We had moved. Look at your neighbor and say, we don't move. Look at your neighbor and say, we will not move. We have moved. Give me another translation. Give me another translation. He has delivered us from the domain of darkness and transferred us to the kingdom of his beloved Son. Give me another translation. The Father has delivered and drawn us to himself out of the out of the control and the domain of darkness. That means you are no longer being controlled by darkness. And has transferred us into the kingdom of the Son of his love. That is to say, you are no more under the control of darkness, but you are under the control of his Son. The control had changed. The system had changed. The configuration. Listen, when you got born again, your flesh did not change, but your spirit changed. If you were dark before you gave your life to Jesus, you are still dark now. You have given your life to Jesus. If you were tall before you gave your life to Jesus, you are still tall. Now you have given your life to Jesus. If you were slim before you gave your life to Jesus, if you have added weight now, it's not because you gave your life to Jesus. It's because you are eating and nature is taking its course on you. No physical thing changed. Nothing changed. Your house address did not change. If you change your house address, it's because you had more money, either to build or to pack out to the next level. It wasn't that born again, as it were, that changed your location. All right? But the blessings of God can change your location. My body did not change. It shouldn't change. What really changed? Your spirit. It means you were recreated. The software inside of you is no more the software of the world. In fact, your system can no longer download the software of the kingdom of darkness. They are not compatible. If you want to download, you will hear error. That's why there are certain things unbelievers do without thinking about it. If you try it, your heart, your conscience, something tells you, even while you are doing it, that this is not you. You are, see, as old as you are doing the thing you are watching. You understand that? You are a man, married woman, with children, and you are watching. In fact, you see one single brother that is not even married. You are hiding it. You turn like this. You know what? Nobody's policing you. There's something in you. You know what is revolting? The system. Your container is telling you that this is not palatable. This is not you. Watch this, please. The sign that you are born again is that certain software can no longer be downloaded in you. If everything, you download everything at will, you are not saved. I've seen people who lie, they don't blink their eyes. When they are lying, you think you are the one lying. But you have to plan it. Think about how to say it. And think other lies that you will use to cover the other. And any small thing, they catch you. By the time they remind, what you said before, you said it, you be the one asking, did I say that? That's why even sometimes when God has forgiven you, you still come back to confess the sins of last year. Any small thing, something tells you, are you sure it's not that thing I did last year? You know what? Your system is no longer comfortable. It's not compatible with what they do. Now the question, why do you ask me or ask someone, why is it these ones, they don't pray and they succeed? Why is it these ones, they don't come to church and they succeed? Well, you think Christianity is about success. It is. You are still thinking that Christianity is to drive car. So all Jesus came to die for is to give you one car. That's why he left heaven and came. We're talking about fellowship with humanity and divinity. We're talking about the movement of a man that is like the movement of God. We're talking about a man standing in one place, heaven is standing. And then if he has to do with success, it works like whatever he's doing, it is God doing it. That's why the Bible says, whatever he doeth, prosper. Not because of what he's doing, because of who is doing it. Reminding me of one big man. What am I doing? Before you tell me that man does not fast and he prosper, that man does, check his own kingdom that he belongs. That's number one. There is big man. They are quoting people, they think they have money. Check his kingdom. Now in his own kingdom, there are other things he's doing that is giving him advantage. Some of them fast more than you. Some of them, for 1 month like this, 1 month, they eat 6 to 6. This one we declare 6 to 2 in church, or 6 to 6 for 3 days prayer. And some people are hiding somewhere to eat. I was doing one fasting with one man many years ago. We were on fruit fast. I didn't call him. He said he wanted to join me for fruit fast. And that day, in those days, I still move about. So, I don't know what carried me where to buy something and pass through Brosobechuku shop. I didn't know this one doing fruit fast with me had moved out of that place because there's one mama put woman that stayed very close to Sobechuku shop. He didn't know how come. I didn't know that's all the movement in the morning. I thought we were doing fruit fast. I was on fruit fast for like 3-4 months. I didn't eat food they cook on fire. I just take fruit and be seeking the Lord and fellowshipping with the Lord. He came and joined me. I entered Brosobechuku shop. Look at the man that said he was fasting with me. I saw him with a plate of rice, fried plantain, and pomo on top. He was eating. I entered. The moment Sobechuku greeted me and said, "Daddy, welcome, sir." The man almost fainted. looked at him and said, what happened? He said, he became a stammerer. Sir became. He said, but we are on fruit fast. I said, but you are carrying food. He said, sir, this is light food. Since we started, I've not eaten fufu. I've not done swallow. This thing is light food. It's not. It's at the class of fruit. I said, what of the fried plantain? They said, sir, these are fried fruits. I said, sir, this thing is like banana. I only asked them to fry it for me. They didn't cook it. They only fried it. I said, what of the meat there? He said, sir, this thing is momo. It's not real meat. They are all fruits. This one is fruit meat. I looked at him and said, I don't know what is wrong with you. I just left him and walked away. This one we say, 6 to 6. You can't your body is shaking. Some of them do for 1 month, the month of their fasting. Everybody, big man, poor man, everybody, they under fast. Get man, they under fast. 6 to 6, they will never eat. Never. And they are doing it until one man tells them that we have seen something. He's the man that will tell them, if not, they will continue until they see it. One man will say, we have seen something. They go and eat. If it's in this our kingdom. Some people say, I saw my own last week. Everybody will be seeing. Say, who is the man to tell me when he has seen it? Check. That's what I'm telling you. Before you tell me, find out what they are doing. They don't pray. They don't fast. Who told you? There's something they are doing. They don't go for night vigil. Do you know if some of them go for meeting in the night when you are sleeping? You thought they are on their bed. You think every rest is on the bed. You didn't read the scripture. It said, awake, O ye that sleepers, and the Lord will give you rest. Is it not on the bed you are supposed to rest? It means these guys are on the bed, but they are not resting. Go and read the book of Ezekiel. He said, they devise such wickedness from their bed. You saw their body on the bed. Do you know where their spirit is working? Some on their bed, they have projected themselves to different nations. Different gathering. It's only in Christianity that we don't know kingdom system. Everything goes. You talk the way they talk, but you are different. You behave the way they behave. You go where they go. You eat what they eat. What is the difference between you and them? If they teach you kingdom principle, you will not obey it. They teach you kingdom principle for financial breakthrough. Confusion. You hear from here, you hear from here. And they bounce you out of what you saw from God's word. Then the next is, just, what are they doing? What are they? My friend, you know the one that is getting me annoyed. Did you see some boys right now? Some people go to native doctor and they tell them how many percentage they will be bringing for them for every make. And it's not a problem for them. The same one taking certain percentage to shrine are the ones condemning your tithes on social media. Go and see anywhere they are talking against church. The people who make comment, watch them. From their comment, you know they are church boys. They are not born again, they are church boys. I saw a video where some boys in a broad daylight came in one junction in Owerri. They were defecating. They poop, they use bread and take it from their bum and eat it like butter. That one is their sacrifice. Because they understand there are certain level you cannot enter until something bigger than you assists you. When they finish, they are the ones on social media telling you brainwash people. They didn't brainwash them to defecate and eat it, but they brainwash you because you came to church. I was preaching for them in Tahila. I said, some of them will be telling you, they don't brainwash you every time you're in church praying. I said, because you attend service or midweek service once a week. I said, the day they confuse you, the day you die, the same people that are telling you that you lock your shop and go for prayer, that day they will bury you. They will lock the entire line. They will lock the entire market and attend your burial. If you work in the bank, they will send some people to come and represent them. That day the manager will be there. They won't remember their customer. But they are angry that you can come for midweek service. They are angry that you can pray and read the Bible. They will lock the entire system. They say, we came to honor him in a casket. He said, the children of darkness are wiser than the children of light. They are smarter. All they tell them is to obey. All they tell us is to write note. We have many things inside note that we are not practicing. Your system is different from their system. Anybody that must be something in this kingdom must be aware of kingdom system, and you must pay attention to it. And they're not doing it. Listen, before you compare me to them, give them salvation first. That's where to start. You social media influencer, before I listen to you to tell me how to serve God that you don't know him first. You don't know Jesus, but you are teaching me how to serve Jesus. How can you tell me about someone you don't know? Jesus said, only me can tell you of the Father because I come from him. A man, because he has people who follow him on social media, is now our teacher. Is Christianity social media massive followership? It doesn't make what any of them says right. Thank God for them. Christianity is not a celebrity thing. If you're a musician and the whole world is following you, it doesn't make you my teacher in kingdom matters. When I want to know how to get massive followership on social media, I can consult what you do. But when it has to do with my dealings with God, forget about it. If there is anybody that will teach each other, it's me. But I can't even teach you because a carnal man does not understand the things of the spirit. How come the carnal men these days are the one running teaching for kingdom in church? He said because it's foolishness to him. He can't understand it. He can't understand why I should be praying the way I pray. He can't understand it. He can't understand how I should look at a man God sent to me and honor him. He can't understand it. He cannot understand how I should carry my Bible and just be reading and I'm not boring. He said, you have been reading it for a while. Are you not bored? He can't understand. He can't understand that 1 plus 1 is not 2. 1 plus 1 is 1. He cannot understand. It's foolishness to him. That is why their marriages are crashing. Because they don't understand the simple kingdom system mathematics. 1 plus 1, 1. So for me to slap my wife, it means I'm slapping myself. So they slap because their 1 plus 1 is still 2. So until they understand kingdom system, arithmetic, their marriages will continue to crash. You in church, go follow them and be doing gender equality. Go follow them. Say you will not keep quiet when your husband is talking. Go follow them and say you will not look the way you will appeal to your husband. Go follow them. and be dragging right with your husband. The same result they get, you get it in the kingdom. So even in the kingdom, go follow them, say you won't honor God. Go follow them and delete. Just be a prayer word. Delete God in your finances. Then you will know that seeking first the kingdom is not only prayer. Even your finances must be involved. For Cornelius, his prayers and his giving became a memorial before God that God forced Peter to minister to him. When you talk to them, they say, his arms. Do they? He didn't know the Lord before. If Jesus was alive, now that a woman worked for 1 year and used it to buy alabaster oil designer's perfume and spray on him, imagine the kind of spraying on him that even the apostles, the disciples, reacted. If it was now, social media would be a go. Brainwashed Mary Magdalene. But yet the woman was so brainwashed that when apostles were still sleeping, she went to burial ground in the dark with a lantern, with another perfume to spray. And she was looking for the dead Jesus, not the living Jesus. No wonder she was the first to see the resurrected glory. Look at the resurrected glory that heaven have not seen officially standing before a retired harlot. If Mary Magdalene was your sister, would you allow her to go to burial ground by that time, looking for Jesus that was killed? So even the man, when they kill him, he couldn't react. When I say it be something, say as they just bury him, and you will hold her. If she was your wife, you think Christianity is your mate. There's nothing natural about Christianity. A virgin became pregnant. How do you explain that you are still a virgin, but you are pregnant? A natural man cannot understand it. You don't bring your brain in it. Your brain is foolishness. There are things I do in the kingdom, I cannot explain it. Please sit down. We went for evangelism yesterday. I talked about it. Let's go for evangelism. Some people. As I finished the evangelism, I came back to do a recording that they will play for you. I returned from Owerri that yesterday. I returned from Owerri. I went to Owerri and returned from Owerri for that evangelism. Finished that evangelism. We did the recording here. And I entered studio. And I sat with them. I said, I want to watch what you are doing. Until we were done. I left here, I think, around to 10 in the night. Now listen, while I was in that studio people didn't know. I got a alert from US. As he entered, thank you. I said, no, I serve him. I went to preach. What has to do with me as a man of God? Evangelism on the road. And alert. Seek first my kingdom and his righteousness. All these things shall be added. As I went to preach, as I entered that place and saw unbelievers, I even saw some of my friends. They were greeting me. Some of my classmates, they were waving at me. As I looked at them, I don't know what happened to me. I lost it. I was weeping like a baby. You know, I just kept wondering, what if I didn't meet Jesus when I met him? And I developed unusual burden for them. I just wanted, how can I drag these people to come and meet him? A carnal man will say, why are you crying? No, you don't understand. There's a burden in my heart. That was why when I climbed there to preach, I was just looking for what can I say to appeal to them to come to him. I was just looking, what can I say? It's not something to, I'm not there to teach them. What can I say that will make them see the light I saw many years ago? I saw the light. Today is showing in my life. What can I say to them? Oh, I had to say, Lord, help me to be able to preach. Because even they themselves, if they see me, they don't know why. They say, why is he crying? I'm crying for you. Paul said, knowing the terrors of God, we persuade men. Grow up. You will get to a level where you will abandon your work, abandon your own, and seek his own. You will have projects and do like you are not seeing it and focus on his own. Does it make sense to me that I have needs and the small money that enter? He said I should also bring out 10% out of it. Meanwhile, it's not enough to do what I want to do. It doesn't make sense. That's the kingdom where I belong. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. You think it's coincident? Is it coincident that certain things are happening? He'll be saying it here before it happens. And it will come through. He'll be saying, it's no coincidence. It's real. But a carnal man said, there is no God. You know what? He said, a foolish man said in his heart, there is no God. Please sit down, Pastor Emma. Pastor Emma, anytime a believer, you start seeing him where they castigate Jesus, castigate pastor. That's every information they are saying about church, he has it. That's the site he goes. Something is wrong somewhere. Once all his friends are people who don't like God. Everywhere they speak against a man of God, he is the one that sprayed. And the thing gives him special joy that they are castigating church. And will a virus now his software. Virus had entered his system, but he wouldn't know. When you talk, he'll be claiming like he has arrived. He will say, I used to be in ignorance. Now I've seen the light. Everything they say against church, you are aware. All the information about one man that has fallen, you are aware. But the people standing, you are not aware. Everywhere they say man of God is a thief, you have the information. But everywhere the man of God gave to people, you are not aware. You are aware of all of them that have fallen, but you are not aware of those that are standing. Virus have entered your system. The earlier they delete that virus, it's dangerous. If you such people with virus, they don't know. When you ask, they say, we are bold, I don't fear anybody. Brother, you will fear. Brother, you will fear. If altar, you were serving God as a pauper until he showed you mercy. You have not seen anything. You have become enemy to God because of little change. Virus have entered. You won't see it. When they say, I cannot allow anybody to intimidate me. It's not about intimidation. We're talking about kingdom. What will they gain if they intimidate you? We're talking about Jesus. We are talking about intimidation. We are talking about him and his system and his rule. Say, I fear no man. I fear no man. My brother, if you don't fear any man, enter me barak and slap me. I fear no man. Enter me barak and slap an army man. You fear no man. Go to governor, stand before him, tell him you are an idiot. You know why you are using data to rant and fight God? It's because you don't know he's closer than the governor. Because you don't know that his word is more powerful than gun. You don't know that he doesn't need broad chest, but he's the creator of all the people you have seen. One eye is enough to make you disappear. It's just that he's long suffering and he's merciful. He's waiting for you to delete that virus in a hurry. Because if you are not careful, that virus will crash the entire system. And it will become obvious that the power that lifted you has finally brought you down. Watch this. My system is not the same with the system of the world. I can't go where they go. I can't dance all they dance. I can't eat everything they eat. The Bible says he said, I am in the world, but I am not of the world. I can't wear everything they wear. There are certain things I wear. I check it with the mirror called kingdom. With this one is God. As you stand before the mirror called kingdom, and say, is this thing palatable, compatible with my system? I stand before the mirror called the kingdom system. There are things, before I say it, I wait in the light of the scripture. He said, if it does not minister grace, say it not. David looked at that man and said, how dare you say you touched Saul, you killed Saul, the man that wanted to kill me. When I saw him, I only caught the hem of his garment to show him that I had opportunity, but even in his backsliding state, I can't lay my hand on an anointed one. Listen carefully. He said, you said you kill him. So even if you didn't kill him, your mouth testify against you. For saying it, he ordered them to kill him. And the man that came to tell him came with the crown that David was looking for. He said, if I need to be crowned a king, it wouldn't be the hand of this dirty one that said his hands had been touched, that he was the one that killed an anointed man, even in his backsliding state. Are you aware that it took a backsliding Eli for Samuel to hear the voice of God? Are you aware that it took a backsliding Eli to declare to a woman that was barren that go home, God has visited you, for Samuel to come? Are you aware that there's a way God works? If you understand kingdom, you are not in a hurry. You are not in a hurry. It's not everything you see, you talk. There are certain things you see. Say, these ones are weighty matters. You come out your eyes and put it on Jesus. That's why he said, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of your faith. If you see a brother and the brother is a discouragement for your own Christian faith, leave him and focus on him. Nobody should remove you from him that died for you, except they are the ones that died on the cross. Nobody. You can't remove me from choir. You are too small. Choir HOD. You are too small to remove me. You know why? Certain songs you sing here, they echo in eternity. A pastor came to me in Owerri. He posted it on social media that we talked. A pastor, they call him Pastor Kingsley Anosik. He used to live in Umuahia before he moved. Many years ago. Appendix ruptured and affected even his intestine. They had to cut the intestine to join. Now watch this. He said while he was there, there's one worldly music, as he said. I quote him. They were playing. He said while they were playing, he was sensing some evil presence coming, because he was neither here or there. So because he was sensing evil presence, he was almost dying. So he said the little strength he had, they didn't know that as they were playing that music in the hospital, it was attracting evil presence. Some of those songs that are dedicated to deity gave them. It attracts the owners of the songs. So as they were playing, he said he was sensing evil because he was the other side. So he was sensing it. So he looked and used his last hand and said, off that music. As they offed it, he said he was off. Suddenly, he said he saw some people on white. He thought he was still in the physical. He didn't know it was the other side. They were on white. They dressed like nurses. They were glittering. They came to work on him. You see, doctors are working, but they don't know the other invisible doctors working on the man. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Life is more spiritual. That's why you must not lose the sight of the system, of the child you must not lose the sight of whose child you are. Doctors were working. The other doctors working there. It's not these ones you see in the physical that can change the matters. No. Where is that guy? You know, the lab scientists, they did one video explaining what happened. I just laughed. Listen, there are invisible nurses and doctors. When God shows you mercy and send them, doctors may be working, but those ones will be working. What kill others won't kill you. It's just the mercy of God. So he said, why he saw those nurses? He said they were singing a song. They were singing my song. Akaya dike no narugi. Ihomasi roni royame. Mary bunkegi. Honesi neba nekbo fire. Bulieni simo bonye. Ihomasi roni royame. Mary bunkegi. Ibo gloria me ogworia. Hobugi na gwambonyi ni dibia. Iba kochie dike. Why they were working on him, that was the songs they were singing. When he woke up, he asked them, who played that one? They said, nobody. So he realized that the angels came with the song to work on him. Now watch this. Do you know some of the songs you sing, the echoes there? I have seen people with that level of encounter who passed and they heard my song, they came back. So your voice re-echoes even in eternity. And you say, hey, Jody provoked you. You stop singing. How can you describe a fool? Some of you are ushers. Somebody want to pass to eternity. He now sees you dressed like an usher, stopping him. You say, the HOD usher. Who is HOD usher? What I'm talking about? The one that died. He said, meet and greet. You don't know what that standing there is doing. Just a smile encourages somebody that wanted to kill himself. He said, oh, so somebody can smile for me. Look at this beautiful girl was smiling at me when I was coming to church. You don't know. You are too carnal. You behave like the world. You don't understand what you are doing. He said, somebody in my department provoked me. The Bible said, it is Christ that died. It is Christ that resurrected. It is Christ that ascended. It's not your HOD. It's not your neighbor. I don't care what they have done. I came because someone paid my price. And him alone I will serve. And there's a system inside of me that does not permit offense to bounce me out of what God has called me.